your feet hip width apart, and then stretch your arms up, take a big inhale, and then exhale, press your hands down to your side. So as you stretch up, I want you to think about lifting out of the hips, drawing your belly in, and then reaching out. Again, reach up, inhale, and then start to roll your spine forward. Really scoop your abdominals in, let your head fall, and do a little sway side to side. Now center your weight, bend your knees, roll the spine up, toning the seat as you lift. Roll your shoulders back, extend the arms up, pull the belly in, and again, roll the spine forward. And this time, walk your hands out to the floor, put your weight into your toes, and bend your knees into your chest, and press your hips up, press your heels down. Do 4 more of those. Drop your hips, and stretch the legs up. So you really want to find the weight shifting through the feet. Keep your back nice and rounded. Last one, stretch your hips up. Now center the weight, roll the spine up, and roll your shoulders out. Now, I'm going to step to the back edge of my mat, reach the arms up. We're rolling all the way down and walking out into a plank position. So just hold here for a second and work on the form, keeping your hips in line with your shoulders. Scoop the belly in as if you're hollowing out, and then point your toes, shift your weight forward. Flex your feet, reach back through the heels. Inhale forward, and exhale back. Check in with your arms. You want to make sure that your elbows and your triceps are wrapping around towards the body. Try to lengthen the abdominals, squeeze the glutes, and go for 3, 2, 1. Press your hips up. Try to stretch through your shoulders and then run your heels out, bending one knee at a time. Keep scooping the belly in. And then lift both heels, bend your knees, and press back into a child's pose. So try to make this an active stretch. We're going to push through the heel of your hand, tuck your toe in towards your feet, and push through the heel of your hand. Now walk your hands over to the right side. Interlace your top hand over, and then pull away through those hands, shifting out into your left hip. Walk over to the left side. Shift to the right hip. Make sure you're pressing your rib cage out to the side. And then come back to the center. Come up onto all fours and find a tabletop spine. Now take a big cat stretch and tuck your tail, drop your head. Find the energy from your abs pulling up. And then extend the spine, lift your tailbone, take your gaze forward. And curl the spine. Push down through your shins, push away from the mat. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, hold your round back and then shift back like you're being pulled from your low back. And come back up to the top. Stay rounded and push back. And up. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can draw the abs in even more. Last one. And come up onto all fours. Find a tabletop spine. Reach your right arm forward and extend your left leg back. Now round the back as you pull elbow to knee. Inhale, find your extension, reaching out. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, reach. Four more. Try to stay lifted out of that left shoulder and keep your chest and hips square. For 2. And 1. Now reach out and hold. Reach down and tap the floor and lift arm and leg. Down and up. Make sure you're not shifting your weight into this right hip. We want to keep the hip and knee aligned. Left elbow is wrapping around the arm towards the back. Go for 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Do a little pulses just through the leg. Keep the leg tight to your midline. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then place your hand and knee down. Switch arms. Left arm, right leg. Now round the spine, pull elbow to knee. Inhale, extend to reach out. It's just like your cat-cow. We round and extend. Abs stay engaged, so even when we arch our spine, they stay pulling in towards the ribs. 3 more. And 2. 1, and hold, reaching out, tap the floor and lift. Down and up. Try to get a little longer with every reach. For 4, 3, 2, hold, little pulses through just the leg. And only lift as high as you can keep it back from arching. So your abs are really engaged here. Go for 3, 2, 1. Bend the hand and knee down, and then push back for a second. Round your spine. And come up onto your elbows. So when we're in this position, make sure you're puffing your chest up between those shoulder blades and not dropping. Draw the abs in, extend your right leg straight back. Turn the knee out and then straighten this right arm. So left elbow stays down. Tap the floor and lift as high as you can. Inhale, exhale. It's still working on the core. Imagine you're taking shrink wrap around the waistline and we're pulling everything in. Push down through that left shin on the floor to create a little resistance. And go 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Now pull knee to shoulder and press out. Pull in and press. In, press. Add your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. So with that exhale, your abs contract to pull your knee in. Stay lifted through that back leg. And go 3, 2, 1, and reach. Now square your hips, but come onto straight arms. If you like your elbows down, you can stay there too. All right, now you're gonna pull elbow to knee and reach out and then go knee to shoulder, so out to the side. So we parallel to pull, reach, external rotation. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Squeeze your hamstring into your glute. Knee to chest, knee to shoulder. 2 more each side. And last set. And then reach in, sit to your hips for a second. Come back out onto all fours, and then we extend the opposite leg. So I'll turn this direction just so you can see. You're gonna drop to your right elbow, extend your back leg, your left leg, and then you pull in and out. In and out. Inhale, reach, exhale, pull. Push down through your right shin. 5 more. Shrink wrap your waist. And 3, 2, hold it out. Now tap and reach. Down and up. Good. Try not to arch your spine here, so you want to keep a nice neutral spine. 5 more. And 3, 2, 1. Now come up to onto both arms. Pull knee to chest. And reach out, alternate knee to shoulder. Reach back, pull in. Reach back and out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Whoop. Mess up the rhythm there. All right, knee to chest, reach it back, knee to shoulder. Good. All right, we have 1 more set each one. Knee to chest, reach back, knee to shoulder, back and in. Sit back to your hips. And then come up onto all fours and swing those legs around. We're gonna sit nice and tall, right on your sit bones with your knees bent. Feet are just hip width apart. Draw your shoulders back and try to lift as tall as you can. Pull the waistline in, start to tuck your tailbone and round back. Just until those arms are fully extended. And then stack back up at the top. So we're rolling through the spine back. Exhale forward, stack up at the top. Shoulders back. Now option to go ahead and reach those arms forward. Exhale, dive forward. Reach your arms up to the ears. Curl under as you inhale. Exhale, lift. And challenge yourself, see if you can get a little bit deeper into your C curve each time. Inhale, exhale. So when we're going into our C curve, you want to think about your bottom ribs drawing towards your hip bones. Navel draws the spine, and your shoulders stay relaxed, even as we move those arms. All right, and we lift up all the way, butterfly your knees, and fold forward for a stretch. So you can kind of use your elbows and just press down. Inhale, let your ribs flare, and exhale, pull the low belly in. Try that again. Inhale, ribs flare. Exhale, pull the belly in. Now stack up. If you're in a tight diamond with your legs, slide it out to a long diamond. Knees are still turned out, and fold forward. You may feel a deeper stretch just through the outer knee, maybe your IT band. And if you did a long diamond before, do a short diamond. Go ahead and stack the spine. Stretch your legs out and separate them as wide as your mat. Stay right on those sit bones. If you need to bend your knees to make sure that pelvis is in neutral, you can. Otherwise, press the knees down, reach your arms forward. Lift with your inhale, and exhale, round forward. Imagine you have a beach ball in your lap. We're going up and over the beach ball. And stack. Shoulders back. Lift and reach. Pull those toes back so we're stretching our hamstrings. Inhale, tall. Exhale, forward. All right, now take your feet out a little bit wider. And you can go out as much as you want, whatever's comfortable. Let your knees turn out. Reach your arms forward. Now hinge forward with a flat back. And lift up. Hinge. And lift. And see if you can get a little bit further each time. You want to feel your outer thighs wrapping around the leg bones to keep those legs turned out. Your abdominals pull in. Ribs are knitting together as if you're wearing a corset. Everything draws tight. Let's do 2 more. And add a pulse. Reach out for 3, 2, 1, and up. Bring those hands down. Bring your legs all the way together and flex your feet. And then roll the spine halfway back. So just tuck your tailbone and lift back up. Curl under and lift. And see if you can keep your hamstrings connected to the mat. Now find your challenging spot and hold. Pump your arms down and up. Go inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. If you can go a little lower, try it out. Now keep those arms pumping, lift your right leg up, just to eye level. Watch your hip bones, are they square? 2 more breaths with the right leg. And exhale, lower the right, lift your left, keep pumping. Relax your shoulders, keep those triceps wrapping and squeezing. 2 more breaths. And exhale. Now lower the legs, lift up, reach your arms to ears, and fold forward. Now flex your feet here. Let your head relax. Inhale, let the ribs fill up with air, and then gently take your head side to side, ear to shoulder. Forehead is heavy with gravity's weight towards the knees. Come back to the center and roll the spine up. Grab your belt. Whoop. I'm losing you. Let's see. All right, technical difficulty. All right, grab your belt. And then hook your belt on the right foot. So you're just gonna hold the ends, keep yourself nice and tall, feet together, and then tuck your tailbone and start to lift your right leg, reaching out through your heel. Left leg stays down. Roll all the way down with control. Head comes down. Then bend your knee in, reach up through the heel. You're just gonna do that a few times. Keep that left leg pressing down. Shoulders stay plugging into the mat. Try to keep your thigh close to your chest. All right, let's do that 2 more times. Last one, and pull the leg straight back towards you, still flexing the foot. Now we're gonna stretch those arms up, Press down through the right leg. Look at your hip bones, keep them level. As you lift, sit back up on those sits bones at the top, flat back. And again, we tuck your tailbone, reach out through your right heel, lower down with control. And this time, hold the belt with both hands and pull towards you. Keep pressing this left leg down in opposition. Take a deep breath. Now open your right leg out to the side. Think about pulling it towards your shoulder and move your left leg to the edge of your mat. So you're creating a long diagonal stretch. And then cross your right leg over, switching hands on your belt. Your right hip can lift off the mat, but we're going to keep your chest wide, shoulders down. Now flex this right foot. So you're reaching out through your heel, and then we're going to turn the sole of your foot towards the floor. So kind of folding at the ankle. And you may feel a tighter stretch to the right side of your shin. Take a deep breath, come up to the center, and we'll take that again. Open the leg out to the side. Stretch that left leg out as wide as you can. And then cross over. And reach out through the heel. So we want to create some opposition here. Your right hip wants to pull back towards the mat, but you still lengthen through your heel. And then turn the sole of your foot towards the floor. And breathe. Come back to the center. Separate the straps into both hands, and we press down through the back of the leg and lift all the way back up. Fold forward. And stack back up, hook the belt on the left foot. So we do that all again. And we tuck the tailbone, hip bones are level as we roll down. And take the knee bend to chest and up, reaching up through the heel. Now see if you can drop this left hip down towards the mat. So we don't want this side to hike up. We're lengthening the waistline. Keeping your neck and shoulders relaxed. Let's go for 2. 1, reach up and hold. Pull the leg towards you. Separate the straps and press down through the back of the leg, lifting with a level pelvis. Stack back up. And we do it again. We tuck the tailbone, curl under. Use the abdominals as we roll down with control. And pull the leg towards you. Keep lengthening through this right leg. And then open the leg out towards the side, pulling it up towards your shoulder. Your right leg moves out to the edge of your mat. Right leg comes back to the center, left leg crosses over, and your hip will rotate over. Keep your shoulders and ribs down, flex your foot, breathe, and then turn the sole of your foot towards the floor. Go ahead and come back to center. Doing that for a second time on each side. We open out to the shoulder, right leg moves out. Think about being pulled from each end. Center the right leg, cross the left leg over. And flex the foot and reach out through the heel, pull this left hip back. And just take deep breaths here. Turn the sole of your foot towards the floor. Come back up to the center. Separate the belt into both hands and press down through the back of the leg, lifting up. We fold forward and stack back up. All right, you can just set that belt to the side, reach your arms forward. We're gonna roll all the way down with control, nice and slow. Flex the feet. Reach your arms back, inhale. Tuck your chin to chest. Option to just come up halfway, or we can do a full roll up. So inhale, chin to chest, reach up to the corner of the room as you roll the spine forward, scoop the belly in. Ears reach through the arms. And we round the pelvis under. Imprint the spine down to the mat, reach your arms back. And tuck your chin to chest, reach up to the corner of the room. Flex your feet, and that'll help you keep the back of the leg connected to the mat. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach back, chin to chest, reach up and over. Last time. and stack up nice and tall. Okay, now you're gonna pull your right knee in. We're rolling down into an upper body curl, your left leg floats up. Running through a quick ab series, pull the knee to chest, and switch. Switch. Inner thighs brush as you switch. Try to reach out through that long leg as long as you can. Keep your tailbone reaching to the mat, and see if you can curl up a little bit more, pushing your shin up into your hands. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees in, lower your head, and then curl right back up. This time for double leg stretch. Reach the arms back to your ears, legs extend out. Now sweep the arms wide, pull your knees to chest. Inhale, reach arms and legs out. Sweep and pull. Reach out and in. Now the lower the legs go, the more challenging that is to support with the abs. So if you need back support, legs go up and in. Up and in. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Stay lifted up to the bra line. Last one. Sweep wide, pull it in, and rest. Do a little rock side to side. And then we're going to go into our scissors. Reach both legs up. Walk up your right leg, flex the feet. Kick your left leg down and hold. Now flex and point for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scissor kick. Pull tight, flex and point. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex and hold. We're going to keep a flexed foot to scissor kick. You pull and switch. It's a little pulse. And switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Try to keep that tailbone reaching towards the mat. We're lengthening the abdominals. Chin to chest. You're looking at the powerhouse. And now point your toes. See if you feel the difference. We're lengthening more through the front of the leg. Inner thighs are still brushing as we switch. 1 more each side. And we lift both legs. Pull the knees in. Reach your arms out to a T and twist your knees over to one side. So try to keep the shoulders and ribs tractioning towards the mat. Deep breath. Now draw your abdominals in to bring your hips back to center. And switch over to the left. I will do this 1 more time each side. And switch over to the right. And over to the left. Come back to the center. Take your feet out wide. We're going to just do a little hip stretches here. Feet are wide, toes turned out, just like you would in a wide bridge. Arms can be by your side or out in a T. We're going to bring your knees to touch and then open them out wide. Now as we do this, see if you can keep a neutral pelvis, meaning there's a little bit of space under your low back. And just start to work through the rotation. Inhale and exhale. I like to visualize a thick belt on hip to hip, and a weighted belt is keeping your abdominals pulling in, even as we're just trying to relax those hips, like we're working through the rotation in the hip socket. All right, now take both knees over to one side, and switch, and switch. We'll do 1 more each side. And then come back to the center. Pull your knees in and take a hand on each knee. Circle the knees apart. Try to turn the hip flexors off. Pull them together. And we'll go 3 more in each direction. Tailbone is still heavy on the mat. Now reverse those circles. Go out and together. And last one, bring the knees together, and then roll onto your side. All right, so you have a couple options here, and it's just preference But you can lay on your side and prop your head up. You can lay it on your arm, or if it's more comfortable, you can go to your elbow. We're gonna just do some hip circles. Keep your bottom knee bent for a little more stability. Challenge is gonna be reaching both legs out. So you're gonna flex your top foot, kick the leg forward, and point to reach the leg back. You can take your hand onto the top hip and just feel, get a little feedback from your body. Do you kind of rock side to side? You can even push your hand into the mat and give yourself a wall, like a brace in front of your abdominals. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Last one. Now, as you sweep the leg forward, circle the leg up and around. And these can be smaller circles, like beach ball size, or you can really work through the hip rotation. And if you do the bigger circles, when we get about in line with your hip, you have to engage those obliques to keep your torso nice and stable. Lengthen up and out of the hip, and reverse. Kick back, around and up. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. And pause. Go ahead and bend your knees. You're going to push yourself up, grab your outside ankle, and side stretch over. Try to anchor this bottom hip down, or the long side of your body. And bring your hand down. Inhale, reach up. Pull those ribs in. Careful not to arch the back here. Ribs are moving in line with your hips. 1 more stretch over. And we counter stretch. Top hand comes down. Right arm goes up. Now use this bottom arm to push your ribcage up. Keep reaching through the top arm, through the fingertips, and down. 1 more time. Reach up and over. Bring those legs to the other side. Now pick which position you like best, and then extend your top leg. Flex the foot, kick forward, point, and reach back. So flex and kick, point and reach, flex and kick, point and reach. Now modification is always just decrease your range of motion, but try to press down through this bottom knee. So I know it's a lot to think about. The abs are drawing in, ribs are closing, put your corset waistline on. All right, next time we kick forward, take your circle up, back, and around. Inhale. And exhale. Obliques have to engage as you reach it back. Squeeze the glute. And 2. 1. Reverse. Sweep back, around and up. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more here. Try to slow it down and work through the rotation if you find some sticky spots. Last one. Bring the leg down and push yourself up. Grab the outside ankle and side stretch. Over. Reach through those fingertips. Pull your abs in. Inhale, bring that hand down. And exhale to reach up. Inhale. And exhale. For a counter stretch, right hand comes down, left arm goes up, push your ribcage out to the side. Keep drawing navel to spine. And 1 more counter stretch, lengthen up and over. And down. You're going to spin those knees out to the front and place your hands back behind you. So I'll give you a couple options for your wrists. You can have your fingertips facing straight back or out to the side or even in. We're going to start to do some shoulder stretches. And bend your elbows back. I like to go in towards one another. And then press your chest open. So we're slightly tucking the pelvis as we bend. Lift. Find your sit bone slightly arching the spine. And just depending on where you're tight in your shoulders, you may feel it better with your elbows reaching straight back or in. So just play with this. It's a feel-good moment. All right, we're going to do 2 more. And last one. right, now go ahead and keep your spine nice and flat. Your chest is pushing up as if you're being pulled from a string. Take your hands out just a little bit more wide so you're light on the hands, abs are engaged. Now reach your right knee in towards tabletop. Left knee in and just balance. Squeeze those inner thighs, scoop your belly, and see if you can extend those legs. Maybe just hold tabletop. So scooping, reaching, and pulling in. 2 more. And last one. Bend your knees, stretch your legs down, and fold forward. All right. Go ahead and flip onto your hands and knees and tuck your toes under. Make sure those hands are right under your shoulders. And then lift your knees up, pike your hips up, and press into a downward dog. We're going to roll through your spine like you're sending a wave down and go into a plank position. So just for a second, I want you to adjust. Make sure the hands are still under your shoulders. And then lift your hips up. Round the spine, tuck your tailbone. Scoop the belly in. Find a long straight line in your plank. And pike your hips up. We'll do that 2 more times. Wave through the spine. And pike. And roll through the spine. And pike. Now, right knee comes to chest. Step forward between the hands. And keep that back leg nice and long. So now I want you to just find your balance here. If you need to come on to a fist, just to protect your wrist, you can do that. Right, take your right hand, push into your right knee towards your midline, and try to pull your right hip back. So you're creating a little active opposition in this stretch. So you can drop those hips even lower. Abs are lifting as if they're trying to lift off of the thigh. Take a deep breath. Place the right hand back down and then rock to the outer arch of your right foot and turn the knee out, outside the shoulder. See if you can open up those hips even more. Keep reaching through your back heel. Lift the chest out between those shoulder blades. So we're not sinking down, don't drop your head, everything is nice and long. Right knee comes back to chest. Lower your back knee and then walk your hands back, stretching out through the front leg. So you want this front foot flexed. And then how far you go back is up to you. If you need to come more up on the fingertips, that's an option, or even hands on your hips to lift up higher. So just find a good spot. Let your nose drop towards your knee and just take a deep breath. Now just take note, if you have the tendency of hiking that right hip up, I want you to try to relax the hip, drop the right hip down even more. Now, bend your front knee, come out to a high kneeling position, bring your hands on top, and press both hips forward. So you're slightly tucking your pelvis under, lengthening the left hip flexor. If you want to take a balance challenge while we're here, those arms can reach up to the ears. But just like we did with your right hand pressing into the knee, I want you to keep the knee pulling into your midline and your right hip trying to pull back. Take a little release, push back, and forward. Tuck the tail, keep engaging your back glute. And again, release, press forward. And again. Now we add the extension of the arms, reach up, take your arms out to a T and twist towards your bent knee. And center, and twist. Center. Don't let your right knee reach out. I want you to pull it into the midline even more. One more time, twist. Now, prayer the hands and take your left elbow towards your right knee and just push into that, trying to get a little more twist. Come back up to center and hop this right foot out to the side. So now we're turned out, external rotation, same thing. We're just going to lunge forward, still tucking the pelvis under, drawing the abs in, and press back. Lunge forward. And press back. 2 more. On the next one, we're just gonna hold it here. You can stay lifted, you can fold forward. Just find what helps you get a good stretch, but make sure this left hip is still pressing forward as much as you can. Come back to the center. Right knee comes forward, hands come down. Curl the back toes under and lift to your lunge. Just hold here. See if you can get those hips even lower than when we started. Hopefully that's the case. And then you're gonna lift your hips up, pull the belly in, step back, press into a downward dog. And we do it all again on the left side. So bring the left knee to chest, stepping forward between the hands. And then just hold here for a minute. Try to square your hips. Lengthen your spine. Option to come to the fist if needed. Make sure that back heel is reaching out and your knee wants to pull forward. Left hand can press into the knee and your left hip draws back. Bring your left hand back down. Roll to the outer arch of your foot and open your knee outside the shoulder. So just sinking down into your hips and breathing in and out. Keep those abdominals lifting to the spine. All right, go ahead and bring the knee back in towards your chest. Lower your back knee, walk back and straighten the front leg, fold forward. Try to square those hips. Relax this left hip, let it drop down. So we don't want to hike it up. Lengthen the waistline. Keep pulling those toes up. And then plant your front foot down. Come up to a high kneeling position. Hands can go on the thigh, on the hips, or to ears. Slightly tuck the pelvis under and keep leaning into the hips. Just breathing here. Pull that right hip bone forward. And then press back. Lean in and press back. One more time, we press forward and back. And then press forward. Oops. Oh, there you go. Sorry guys, another technical difficulty today. All right, arms reach out to a T, and then we twist over that left knee and center. And twist, center, and twist, center. One more, then bring your hands to prayer hands. Bring the right elbow over the left knee and find that push and pull to open up your chest even more. Keep pressing the hips forward and come back to center. Now reach your arms up and bring your weight back. Hop your left foot out, and then you can keep those arms out to your side, or you can press into the floor and just open up the hip, stretching in to that external rotation of your left leg. And press back and reach forward. Really tuck the pelvis under here. Make sure that right hip is pressing forward. We have one more. We're just going to hold it for 2 deep breaths. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Push yourself back. Bring your foot forward. Hands to the floor. Toe curls under. And we find our lunge. And just hold here. Try to drop those hips down. Knee reaches forward. Heel reaches back. Keep drawing the abdominals in. And then start to lift those hips, step back, and find your downward dog. Lengthen your spine. See if your chest can reach towards the mat even more. Your belly pulls in. Lift the heels, and then run those heels side to side. All right, both heels come up. Bend your knees and press back into a child's pose. Walk those fingertips out as much as you can. Find opposition from the tail all the way out through the crown of your head. Now lift your hips Thread your left arm under your right and put your weight into the left shoulder. Right arm walks out. Try to pull those hips back and push down through the left arm on the floor. One more deep breath, and then push yourself up and walk your right arm under. Push down through this arm on the floor, so you're creating a little oppositional stretch there. Fingertips reaching forward. Deep breath. And again. And then bring those hands forward, walk them back. We're going to curl the toes under and sit back towards your hips. And just rock back and forth over your feet. So if you've been doing a lot of walking like I have during quarantine, this is a good stretch. And also for anyone that has plantar fasciitis through the bottom of their feet. Good. All right, now go ahead and plant those hips down, or heels down, lift your hips and fold forward. Start to soften your knees and roll the spine up. Roll those shoulders back. And then step to the center of your mat and turn your feet out wide. We're going to bend your knees, place your hands on top, and drop your hips down. Just start to twist side to side. And press those knees out wide. And really draw the abdominals in. Think about lifting your tailbone through the back. Let's do one more each side. Come to center and stretch the legs up. Left arm reaches up. Press into your thigh for a little more support. And lengthen as much as you can. Square the hips. Come all the way up and switch. And switch. And switch. Last thing here, reach both arms up, take a big inhale, and fold forward with your exhale. Let your head drop heavy, and then just shift your hips side to side. Walk over to your right leg. Try to square those hips, lift your tailbone, and come through the center to the left. And back to the right. This time keep your right leg straight, bend and straighten your left knee, pressing up and down. Go for 3, 2, 1. Lift and switch. Right knee goes up and down. Push through those heels. Keep trying to draw the right hip back. Go 3, 2, 1, back to center, hands to the floor. Soften your knees, roll the spine up, and roll your shoulders back. Go ahead and stand hip width apart. Stretch your arms up and roll down. Wrap your arms around the backs of the legs. Tuck your chin to chest. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. You can draw little circles through your ponytail. And reverse. Soften your knees and reach to the floor as you roll the spine up and roll those shoulders back. And you're done. Thank you so much for joining.